Hello. I have a bit of time. I got about like an hour before I have to go to work. I'm working at a school that has morning, afternoon, and night classes. So there's another foreign English teacher who teaches the night shift. So I guess we kind of like split the afternoon shift. I'm there in the morning and part of the afternoon, and then he's there in the afternoon and part of the night, or the whole night. I've never ever worked with another ALT before, so I'm actually really excited, and I hope he's cool. But like, I am excited to kind of like swap notes and just have another person. I don't know if he's from America, but just have another foreigner in the same school as me, and just I feel like I'm always looking for that little bit of camaraderie, especially in Japan, especially with the job that I've had. And I think the last few years in Nagoya was really great because I had Toyo and she was my friend. She was like my best friend in Nagoya, and that was so amazing that I could like teach with her. Like we could teach classes together. The classes that I taught with her were always the best. They were always like chill and like fun and engaging. But yeah, I don't know if you ever do this, but I was practicing a conversation that I was going to have with this guy, and I don't know why. I'm home alone. I think I just end up talking to myself when I'm home alone, and it helps me to like process things and like think about. But I think the problem is that it's like a one-sided conversation, so it's just my mind being said out loud to myself and like kind of imagining what someone else would say, which I guess is just what a vlog is anyways, but that's why I do so many vlogs. There's a lot, oh my god, there's a lot, right, going on right now, and this platform, YouTube, is 100% just for me. Barely anyone watches my videos on here, and I think that's good, obviously, since this is just like my journaling, but I know a few of my friends do keep up with me through this, and I think that's really great, and thank you for keeping up with my life, deciding that I was important enough to keep up with. And just, yeah, like current events, what's going on with me personally, mentally, and just like for future Meilan to nostalgically look back at her life, which I know she's gonna love to do because I love to do it. Anyway, sorry, there's like a lot going on in the world right now, and every single person has been called out. I'm not 100% sure how to feel about everything. I think because for the longest time I spent my life as a non-black person thinking I did not have the right to kind of like step into that world. And I think that still is the case from what I've been reading from other people. But it's a balance, isn't it? And I've been told that what I do politically is performative, and I think people have probably said similar things before the word performative was really getting thrown around, like it is right now super heavily, but like I was like, well, I'm just not gonna talk about it then. Like I do talk about it, I think, when it arises, when I think something really important comes up, but like I'm not an activist and I don't actively be an activist, but there have been times in my life where my political interest has spiked, and that's because of injustices that have been happening in the world, and something that is too loud to ignore. And I'm not saying that's a good way to be. See, politics is hard because I've had a lot of friends who are like, I don't really do politics. Like, I vote and I think what I think, but I don't talk about it with people because it's stressful. It is, because politics always will hit a nerve, but it's, at the moment, this is about, like, actual human lives and not necessarily about, I mean, like, it all, I think, boils down to human lives. That's what politics are for, right? To, like, try and change the systems that we have in place for things. And I am not a knowledgeable person, but I think what I think and I know what I know, right? Which isn't enough, is what I've been realizing. I don't know enough. And the excuse of like, I don't know enough isn't good enough is what everybody has been realizing, and that's why everybody is speaking out. And I know that this is like a trending topic right now, so everybody's like jumping on it, but I don't think everyone's jumping on it I think everyone's been called out. Everyone is anxious about this because it is a problem. And like, I think real things do stress me out sometimes, and I do like to escape to my little bubble. I ran away to Japan to escape my own mind, which then I found out that's not how it works. But I think the bottom line is I don't necessarily know what to do, and I don't think anyone truly knows the right answers. I just think people sometimes know if you're doing wrong things or things that feel bad to other people, and because I am not a black person, I don't know what it's like, and I don't know what it feels like. So being called out for things is important. It hurts. It does, because it's like, I used to think I'm not a bad person until like right after college, and I was like, oh shit, I'm actually like a really terrible person. But then I compare myself to people who I think are bad people, and I'm like, well, I'm not bad, right? And I think that's a problem in my own mind. So there's a lot going on, I think, within my own mind and my own life. And so it's hard for me to really throw myself into other things, but I am trying. And I think that's the most you can ask of everybody posting or being some kind of performative. I think it's good that people are trying, and I think I generally believe the best in humanity and people, and that we can come together. It's complicated, and I am not the person to speak about this. I am just here to speak to myself, and I hope that my future self has figured out something better. I'm trying to do the building blocks of putting that together for you, so that in the future you'll be more informed and maybe more involved. It's hard. It is. It's really hard. I know these things didn't come about overnight, but as a whole, I feel like through this it woke a lot of people up. You know? I'm gonna stop talking about this, because it's just me thinking about things. And the one thing is, I don't know. That's the truest thing in politics, in what do you call it, mental, my own head. I don't know. I don't know the answers. I don't know the right things. There are good people and bad people, right? But the bad people don't think they're bad. And the good people aren't always that good. You know? The world is full of gray areas. And I think we all are confined within those gray areas. So, yeah. I don't know. So that was useless. But I am trying. I'm reading, I'm listening, I'm trying to take everything in. And I'm trying to look within myself, to save myself from my other self. I'm trying to look within myself to like find out why I think what I think. I think a lot of my opinions, especially politically, come from other people. I think this is like the same with politicians, right? Politicians get up and they say, this is my platform, this is what I believe, this is what I'm for. And my gut is like, that sounds like a good thing. That sounds like something I am for. Or most of those sound like a good things, but you're the best shot we have for any sort of change. And that's how I feel about other people, friends who are really politically active 24/7 all year, 365 days a year, you know, like not just right now. I hear what they have to say and I think that sounds good. That sounds like something I'm on board with, and so I take those on as my own beliefs. But what I'm starting to realize, and what Seth has pointed out to me, is that your belief system is always changing, or at least it always should be, in the way that science is not a for sure thing. It is always a theory that is being tested and that can be proved wrong, and it's good when things are proven wrong, and scientists love when, well, I don't think they love personally when their work is proven wrong exactly, but I think it's the progression of mankind, and so it is an important step to prove something wrong and then fight to make it better. And yeah, that's something that I've been realizing, that like we're not always the same people we were, and you should be changing personally, and your views should be changing, and mine definitely has since I was 11, since I was 18 and starting to vote for the first time. And I think that I have started caring a lot more about things, just been at a loss of like how to do anything about that, and not just politically, just with everything, right? I know what I don't like is the thing. And then I kind of just try to reverse engineer until I get what I assume I do like, and maybe I won't like those things forever. Anyways, this is a long ramble. And this is also not the conversation I'm going to have with this coworker of mine tonight. I am not gonna just jump right into all of this mess in my head, but anyways, I'm going to work, and I'm a little excited about it, because I'm worried, but I'm excited because it's been a long time since I've like seen people. I stopped working at the end of February, so I've been out of work for a long time. Anyways, yeah, this is me, 27. It is the 2nd of June here in July. It is the 2nd of June here in Japan, and there's a lot going on. That's just, that's what I'm here to say. And I'm gonna go, because I feel a little useless doing this. I just needed this to be said so that I can look back on this and see how I've progressed. So, okay, goodbye.